Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I shared this particular video on Instagram last year of how I track and document the activities that happen in my cake business. I started this cake business in Canada about 18 months ago, and this is my cake order book. I've started using this book all the way from Nigeria, and I just continued with it. So I usually would put in the customer details in the order book. Then I have the small paper that I use to like organize the cake order according to how I'll execute them. Then this same order book is where I record I have a part where I record my expenses and income. Then I also proceed to Zoho Invoice, which is an app on Play Store that allows me to electronically save everything that happens in my business. And today I'll be sharing how to get this app and how to maximize this app for your business. It's a very simple to use app. It allows me to track at a glance. Even when I'm in transit, I'm just able to pick my phone and see the things that are happening in my business. I just like to do things right, moving from a place where I've made a lot of mistakes. This time around, I feel starting afresh is an opportunity to do things in the very right way. This is January 2024, and my first order is what I'm entering in here. This is order 136. Since I came in, I decided to just continue with that number so that I know how many cakes I've done in Canada so far. So it's first order for January, but then it's number 136th order since I came in 18 months ago. So I'll put in as many details as I can. Depends on my mood and how free I am, how much time I have. Sometimes I don't put so much, I just put the important things. Some other time I take my time and put as many as possible details. So in this page I was able to put almost all the details, delivery, the amount that was paid. And these are some other previous pages in the same book. So I put in as much details as I can. Then this is the expenses part. I have the two sides of the expenses, the one I do with cash and the ones that I do from my business credit card. So I sometimes I just spend cash and I just have to note it maybe from my personal money so that I can take it back from the business. Then I have the ones that I spend straight from my MasterCard. Then this is my phone. I'm trying to show you how to download Zoho Invoice. This is the spelling. You just go to your app store and download this particular Zoho Invoice and you do the setup. It's actually very simple to set up. I'm trying to demonstrate it here. After downloading, to ask you for some details, you put in your email, you sign up like you would with most apps. You put in as many details. It's so simple and straightforward. This is my name, to ask you for the kind of business you do, your currency, just all the basic things that you will likely need to set up a business invoicing app. So your business location. This is my business name. Please don't mind the things I'm putting in. I think I put in Cake Station Nigeria here. It should have been Cake Station Canada, but then it doesn't really matter. I'm not even going to use this one. I already have the one I'm using. So just put in the details as many as you can fill, and the way you understand it, just put them in. Put in your address, your time zone, your currency, your language. Then after doing that, you get to allow notification if you want. One thing about this app for me is at the end of 2023, that was like 3 weeks ago, I was able to tell, okay, this is the number of customers I have, this is the number of cakes I have done, this is the number of income, or this is the total amount that came in as turnover. And those were things that would have been difficult from my book, like I have to do it manually. But with the app, there's a place I can go to that those things are generated automatically for me. So I'm still trying to set up here. Just like I said, do it the way you can. Just skip the ones you don't understand. They're just basic simple questions. And for the interface, you can do your setup, customize it to your color. I wanted orange and I have orange. You can do whatever you want. Let's try to enter in the order I took, the first order for the year. I'll put in the customer name. If it's not an existing customer, there's a place where you would click add new customer, and if it's an existing customer, you can always select it from the option it will suggest to you. So from the email the customer sent for payment, I can pick things like their email address. I have their phone number already, and I just put as many customer details. They are not like something you have to put too much. Basically the name, if you know the name, the phone number, the email. Sometimes I don't even fill those parts, but I try to fill the email because I want to generate an email list later from this app. So I do the email part, and it allows you to enter expenses. I don't use that part. I use my book, but of course you can explore different section. I'm not even maximizing this app enough. So if you can maximize it more, why not? I've entered the customer order here. I'm trying to create an invoice. In the invoice, you have to put in the order number. You put in the invoicing date, which is the date the I usually use the date the person made a deposit, and then I don't put anything in the due date. Sometimes I just leave some things I don't understand. I just leave them, or things that are not important to me. But this line item, there are items that I already saved on the app. You can add items so that if you have items that are customized or fixed, you have them ahead and just pick them. Alternatively, you can always enter the item as the customer come. For those of us that make custom cakes, you have to enter the order uniquely. So every time a customer comes, if it's not among existing item, you have to enter it. And entering it is just putting the name, putting the unit, putting the price, and any other small details that you want to add. So these are the already entered ones, and you have the goods, you have the services, you have the units. This is as many information as it asks you that you can answer. You just put in. So for a cake artist like me, particular person wanted the 6 inches character custom cakes, and the price is not cast on stone, it's not fixed. So sometimes I have to enter them each time the customer comes. Some other time I'm able to pick from previous entered item. If it's similar, it doesn't have to be exact. If it's similar, you just pick something close and edit the price. So you have different ways to go about it. This particular order is $120, and I charged for delivery, which is $50, making the total 170. Then you see all this other details, like if you want to forward the invoice, this is the invoice. I can screenshot and just send to the customer. I can send it directly from this app to the customer email. So you just need to sit down and explore this thing. Like I said, it's very, very simple. Just keep going around and seeing what you can do. So the payment part, I'm trying to record the amount she has paid. And this is the bank transfer option. I put in the date the payment was made, the amount that was paid. The cake was 150, right? And delivery, the cake was 120, delivery was $50. So she paid just 120 first. So I'll put in that alone. I don't have to put everything. The first deposit was 120. So when she balances, I'll do the second. I'll add payment. You see a place where you can add payment. So most time customer will pay deposit, then they would complete the payment. So I usually would enter like 2 times for payments, and people that pay at once, I just enter it once. So you can see from this part that she's still having a balance of $50. So if I have to send an invoice ahead, she will see all the breakdown in her invoice that okay, I've paid 120 and I have to balance $50. Then when she makes the second payment, I also record that, put in the new date and the new date the money came into my account and the balance that was made, and at that point it has updated and she's no longer owing. So that's how to record your invoices. You can also this is the items I described. These are the already saved items that I have saved. So if it works for you to first save items, that's if you already have a name to every of your item, you can do the saving items separately. But for me, I use both saved items and I have to sometimes enter new ones. And this is the list of all the customers I have. I can manually count them and know that, oh, I have 100 customers. I know how many customers I have because of this app without having to count manually in my other book, because you have individual customer names saved and you can see some of the activities that's happened between you and each of your customers. So that's for the customer section. And let's go to just a minute please. This is the invoice part. You can also customize and see different option or different style of invoice. So there are a few times that customer have asked me that they want receipts, and with this, it's either you screenshots or you there's a place you see, since you enter the customer email, you can actually see an option where you just forward this invoice straight to their email. Sometimes I screenshot and send to them on WhatsApp. So it depends on what you want to, how you want to do your thing. So this is a place that allow you to do all of that. So these are the invoices that have been created. I've not done so much of sending invoice via email. Most time I just screenshot. The most interesting thing for me about this invoice was something I never even planned for. I just was exploring the app towards the end of the year, and I saw that I can actually impute a particular date range and see some interesting metrics and discoveries. So I put in the dates I started the business and the dates that I closed the business for last year, and I was able to see facts about my business, like the number of customers I have, like the total amount of money that was outside, like the total money that's been made in the business. So this is the report part. In this part, you are able to put in a date range and see the report of things that has been happening with your business. So I hope this helps, and I hope in 2024 you can keep track of the activity of your business so that you know what exactly has been happening. Please drop a comment, share this video, recommend this video, and it will make me happy.